fantastic picture book. Everyone should go out and buy this. Simon Philip, Annabelle Tempest. Legends. Oh, hi guys. Where have we got to? Chapter 8, I think. Fred's just got off the bus. No, he hasn't. He's got off the bus already. He's in death's door, and the lizard has just announced his presence. And Fred's a bit unsure of what to do next. So let's rejoin the story in Chapter 8 of Fred, Wizard in Training. Fred stood, frozen on the spot, as all manner of panic broke out. Terrified wizards and witches fled in all directions. The frantic, desperate clicking of fingers caused a snappy chorus of its own, and the sound jolted Fred from his temporary stupor. He looked around to see many competitors vanish in a flash. Others were clicking their fingers without success, terror preventing their magic from working. Dumbfounded, they simply ran away as fast as they could, or tried to find somewhere to hide. Not a bad idea, Fred thought. One extraordinarily rotund wizard was attempting to hide behind a tiny witch half his size. When she noticed and took offence at this, the fat wizard simply stepped to one side and held his wand upright in front of him, as if hiding behind a minuscule tree. Fred watched as a middle-aged witch with long, luminous pink hair looked left, then right, then pulled her hair forward and down so that it covered her face and eyes, clearly believing that if she couldn't see the lizard, then the lizard couldn't see her. Meanwhile, an elderly, smartly dressed wizard decided that a classic, tried and tested hiding place would serve best, and quickly and calmly conjured from thin air some chic gingham curtains. He appeared pleased with his choice, grinning contentedly before casually taking shelter behind them, apparently unconcerned that his shoes were visible beneath the makeshift hideout, or that his random drapery looked completely out of place, making him an even more obvious target than before. Other competitors hid behind giant boulders, hoping that they were out of sight and range of the lizard and its fiery breath. All the good spots seemed to be taken. Fred watched in horror as the lizard, now fully out of its cave, rampaged through the valley. It turned its enormous head left and right to survey the scene, its thick, bulky neck stretching with the effort. Taut, hefty muscles rippled along its hulking body as it made sudden changes of direction, and its long, forked tongue, a magnificent shade of blue, flicked in and out of its mouth, dislodging disgusting globules and sticky strings of saliva from the edges of its jaw and its excited anticipation of its next feast. A powerful pointed tail whipped the ground as it went, and its muscular, sharp-clawed limbs kicked away boulders as if they were peas. Fred looked around again, feeling the panic rise inside him. Along the craggy mountainside were dark hollows large enough to hide a person, and Fred could just about make out the figures of a few wizards who'd chosen to shelter there. It wasn't the perfect spot. If the lizard turned in the right direction, they'd surely be seen. But he couldn't see another option, and it would be better than staying where he was, out in the open, exposed like a tasty canapé. Heart racing, Fred scrambled across the valley, scraping shins, knees, fingers and elbows as he went. The ground was shaking beneath him again, the lizard's heavy feet bruising the valley floor with each step. Its tail swept away rocks, boulders and wizards and witches with violent swipes. It paused for a moment, looming menacingly in the distance, as if wondering what to demolish next. Fred was almost at the mountainside. He could see the hollow more clearly now. It was big enough for him, and maybe one other. It was deep and dark too. The dark would hide him from sight. He was going to make it, so long as the lizard didn't turn his... Fire surged in Fred's direction. He dived forward, body crashing into jagged boulders, bouncing then crumpling to the valley floor. The scorching heat stole his breath. He felt as if he was melting from the inside, his throat, his lungs dry and seared. He tried to breathe but choked. He longed for cool air that could soothe and replenish him. But no, the air was burnt and blackened, charred like the rocks around him. This is it, Fred thought. The end. That's chapter 8. Is it the end? Well, come back tomorrow and find out. In chapter 9 of Fred, Wizard in